So because there are a very low amount of students, number of students, so we'll give some more time for students to join. So I'll give, we'll start the class in another 3 minutes, whether they join on. Okay, so we'll start the class in 3 more minutes. Okay, so let's get into work. So before starting the class, just make sure that you can see me and hear me clearly. So if you can see me and hear me clearly, so raise your hands. So if you can see me and hear me clearly, raise your hand. So I can continue with the class. Can you guys see me and hear me clearly? I guess yes, right? So let's get in the class work. So if you can't see me or hear me, so you can drop me a message in the chat box. So let's get into class work. So we were discussing the unit number 5, which was database. So you guys have a little time to face your O-level examinations. So you guys are grade 11. So we are uh, doing this free workshop targeting the O-level that we are going to have recently. So this is the free workshop. So we have our revision class as well. So before everything, let me tell about myself. So I am advanced level student. So I am that's all with me. My name is Shabir. So this is going to be a new batch for me. So this is our first batch. So let's get into work without further more delay. So last week means so before 2 days, I guess we had the second workshop. So in that, what we covered was every single practical sessions of HTML. So we covered everything with HTML. So give me a second. Okay, right? I guess now it's better. So okay, so let's get into work. So I'll share the tube. We'll start from the tube. Okay. So let me share. Share. So this is our tube. So if you can't see me or hear me, you can make sure to drop me a message in the chat box so I can do whatever I can do from myself. So we are doing the class in full and full English medium. So we are starting. This is the lesson we were doing. So we'll get into the lesson itself. So before starting, I just need you to make sure that you guys remember whatever we did in the last class. So if not, in the end of this session, we'll try to do paper. So try to do, we have a theory part as well. After completing that, we'll eventually go to the papers. So to do that, what we need to do is to get good marks with the papers. What you need to know is you need to have a small revision of what we have done in the last class. So we'll go with the topics. So first of all, we are starting with the web designing using multimedia. So this is our lesson, web designing using multimedia. So next is we learned about web applications. So what are the applications we can use web? We learned that. So web user groups, we learned that it differs in age, gender, likewise around preferences. It differs. We learned that as well. Next is we learn that web content. So web content is full and full of multimedia. So for all of this, we gave for all text, sound, image, video, animations. So video and animations are both same. So literally the same, but in your syllabus, it's in your syllabus guide. So they have given it as two things. So I have listed it out as two separate factors. So those are related to web content. So that is literally if you go to a website, that's what you see. You see images, text, video, sound. So that's all. So we learn about them. So these are the examples for them. So we learned them. So we learned regarding content management. Content management means so if we are going to build a website. So last week we built a website. So in that website, so maybe there are students who didn't attend the last week class. So we had two workshops. This is the third one, which is the final one. So we'll try to complete it, or else we'll have another class. So I'll try to extend the class time from 9 to 9:30. So we'll try to cover up the syllabus within today, or else we'll have another class. So under content management, we learn the website must be easy to use. So the user can it must be user friendly. So it should attract the user. So we learn them. So that's what we learned was so methods to organize the web content. We learned that as well. So we learned six methods. So classification based on site maps, summary, presenting information in brief. Likewise, we learned six under that. So next part we went to HTML. So this is the main part. HTML. This is the main part. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. What does HTML stands for? It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is what HTML stands for. So we learned regarding that. So we learned what is a markup language. So we learned that HTML is not a coding language. It is a markup language. What is a markup language? It is used to build only the skeletal structure. There's no logic, there's no programming in HTML. We learned all those stuff in detail. So if you guys miss those sessions, so what you can do is you can request for the recording from the number. So I'll give you the number. Just make sure to take a screenshot. So this is admin's number. So 077456430. So this is the number. So you can contact this number in any case regarding this class. Okay. So one more thing is, so this is not our real class. This is the free workshop that we are doing. So we have a paid class as well. We have a paid class as well. So it starts from the coming September. So this is August. So from September we are having the first class. So everything is planned. Everything is well planned. So if you need to join that class as well. So if you have interest in my teaching, so you can join that class. So it is just to boost up your educational skill level in ICT. So that's what we are going to do throughout the workshop. So throughout the revision class, so that's going to be a revision class. So it's going to stick with the paper. We are going to stick with the paper. We are going to cover up the important theory parts and we are going to the papers. So let's get into this. So you can take a screenshot of this number soon. So you can contact this number regarding anything related to ICT or regarding anything related to this class. So next, what we are going to learn, we learn this. So there are three concepts in HTML. So sorry. So there are three concepts in HTML. So they are elements, tags, and attributes. So we learn them one by one. So after them, so we learn the structure of HTML. That's what we learned afterwards. So HTML structure is very simple. It's not that hard like programming languages. HTML has a very simple structure. So HTML page structure starts with the HTML tag. So it has two parts within it, head and body. Head and body are the two parts within that structure. So within head, we include the title. So we did them. We did them practically one by one. So the last class that we did, or the second workshop was the most important workshop. So today we are going to do the papers. So that's important as well. But the theory part we are going to do today is not that important. So the most important part was the last class. So the second workshop, the most important one. So if you guys have missed that, so I recommend you guys because I know how important that is to face your O-levels. So make sure to request the recordings through that number. Okay? So let's get into the. So we did that using Sublime. So this is the text editor I used. So these are HTML editors. So you can use Notepad. That's more than enough. So without further more delay, we'll go and get into the today's part. So today we have to start with this. We are going to start with web designing software. Today we are going to start with web designing software. This is where we are going to start. So I can give you notes regarding the theory part. So I didn't give notes regarding those HTML parts. I mean, what HTML parts? So I didn't give you notes regarding the elements. So there are elements for center, row tag. There are elements for tables, hyperlinks. So there are lots of things. There are lots of elements. So I am not going to give you notes. If I am trying to give you notes regarding that, what happens is you can't have notes regarding coding language in your book. So what you have to write is the whole code. So it's difficult. It's a difficult task. So other than that, what I suggest is, so we have our YouTube channel. We have our YouTube channel, ICT Made Easy. So I guess you can see the screen. So this is the YouTube channel, ICT Made Easy. So we have under playlists, we have the grade 11 free workshop playlist. So under that playlist, you can go and watch the second free class. So you can watch the second free workshop. That is absolutely free for you guys. So you won't get the access for the paid class series. So these are not publicly visible. So you'll see these two workshops. So if you need to get an idea about the second lesson, which is the fundamentals of ICT in grade 10. So if you need to get a revision of that, the grade 10 free workshop is also available in the YouTube channel. So you can go and watch that. So make sure to watch the grade 11 free workshop, unit second workshop, which is the most important part. Okay. So let's get into what we are going to do today without further more delay. Okay. So we are starting with the theory part. So last week we didn't touch even a single part of theory. So we didn't go with the tube. We went with the tube, we went with the textbook. So this is full and full based on your national curriculum. This tube is made under the guidance of that national curriculum or your ICT textbook. So there's not a single detail out of the syllabus. So this is the shortest possible note that we can give to you. So this is made by ourselves. So don't misuse this note. That's what we are telling. So let's get into one. So we are starting with the heading, web designing software. So web design software which facilitate web designing quicker and more attractive. There are graphical user interfaces providing facilities to design, edit, review, and upload as per the concept of what you see is what you get. So we call this VCV. What do we call this? VCV. What you see is what you get. Okay. So there are various types of web designing software. There are various types of web designing software. So that can be, we are going to learn under that only two parts. We are going to learn under this. So this part, you no need to make the notes. So you don't need to write those. So I will tell you what you need to write. So these are not important. So this note, as you are going to face your orals very soon, I'll tell you what important is. I know what's going to come on your paper. So I have done the same paper. I know what's going to come on it. So I have analyzed every single paper from 2016 to 2024. So I'll help you if you are connected with our revision class. So there we are going to learn only the important things. So we are going to skip the part literally. So if you are taking HTML lesson, so we are going to skip these parts in the revision class because we have many lessons. Okay, we have many lessons, not just one. So so there are students asking that when is the O level. So I can just give you guesses. So many people say that it's going to come on February. So even in our time, we had suggestions. So it's started from December, next week went to January, February. So we had it on May, I guess. We had it on May. So it was a huge time. So it was around 5 months gap. As per if it was to be held on the correct procedure, it must be held on December. So our target is going to be December or February. So our target is February. That's our ultimate target. However, they are not going to make it more sooner than February because so they haven't given the result of the 2023-2024 batch yet. So the results are not out. So after letting out the result, it is a rule by the government to have at least 2 months to have another examinations. That's how government exams work. After giving out the results, there must be at least, I guess, 2 months of time to start, have a new examination. So I guess it will be on February. So it cannot come closer. It can go further. It can be furthermore delayed because we have the election soon as well. So our target is going to be February. So we are targeting on February. So in our revision class, we'll work according to the February schedule. Okay. So we will try to cover the syllabus within the end of January. So we are leaving the February for you guys to study for yourselves. So you have no time to attend classes after February or in January also. We'll cover up the important parts before January. So we'll do that into a proper schedule. I'll tell you how it's going to work. So we'll make sure if you are in a good standard, we can keep that standard going on. If you are in a bit weak standard, so if you are in a B, I can make sure that you can go to that A pass. So if you are in a C, I can boost you up to that B. If you work properly, I can boost you up to that A itself. So if you are having marks less than 50 or so and so we can get a good C or B pass. So I can't give you fake promises. So whatever I do doesn't matter. So if there's a student who is in A level, so he is going to get an A if we write the exam now. So after 5 months, so you have 5 months right to February, you have around 5 months. So within these 5 months, if you didn't work properly, you are not going to get that A. So the work that you put on, the effort that you put on in the last moment is what is going to come out as your result. So it's in your hand. Whatever I do doesn't matter. Okay. So these are not that important. So I'll explain you these parts This is not going to come on your O levels that much. So they will just have an idea about this. So this is not important in your O level, but you need to know. If you are going to learn ICT properly, you need to know this thing. So visibility, that is what you see is what you get. Okay, so get that in your head. So this is not important. You can refer. So this is a easy part. So you can refer your textbook and study it for yourself. Okay. So web authorization tools. So this type of web designing software is that the relevant HTML document is automatically prepared in a separate interface while the designer is finishing the web page using a graphical user interface. So this is how it works is, so there are softwares, there are tools where you graphically set everything and it automatically programs comes out with the code, HTML code. So those are what we call web authorization tools. Okay. So the examples for web editors are here they have given. So Composer, Check Editor, and Blue Griffon. So there Griffon. So there are some examples. So there are paid ones as well. So Adobe Dreamweaver. This is one of the most famous ones. So Adobe Dreamweaver. So this is a paid version to get your work done regarding HTML. Okay. So I am going very fast regarding this part. These are not important. They are not going to test this on your level. So this part is not tested. That's why I just skip that part. Because yeah, last moment. You know, need not to study anything that's not going to come on your O levels now. So you had time to study them. If you haven't, so that's yeah bad. So now we are going to focus on the important things because we are going to target on that field. Okay. So this part, static websites and dynamic websites, is a bit important part. So I can't 100% make sure that this is going to come on your O levels. I can tell you that if they include this part, they are going to include it in a 1 mark question. So that's what how it will come. So it will be just a 1 mark in your O levels. Okay. So we need to secure that 1 mark also. So we'll do this part. Okay. Uh, so that's basically there are two types of websites. So we'll go get into this. So put down the topic static websites and dynamic websites. So we need to learn this part because there's a possibility for you guys to get this on your O levels. Okay. So let's do this part. So write down the topic static websites and dynamic websites. So there are two types of website according to the nature of content. According to nature of content. According to the content, there are two kinds of websites. So all the websites, if we categorize it under content of the website, we can categorize it into two. They are static and dynamic websites. Okay. So we'll learn one by one what are static websites and what are dynamic websites. So write down this thing and highlight this part. So content. Under content, nature of content, there are two types of websites, static websites and dynamic websites. So this is how our class works. If you have finished writing down, you just need to raise your hands. So that's how I go to the next part. Okay. So if you have any questions, so the chat box is always open. So what you need to do is just drop me a message. So you must message for host. So if you message for co-host, no problem. But it's better if you message it to me, not the camera. So you need to message it to Shabir Misra, okay, the host. So then I can answer you soon. So if you have finished writing down, raise your hand. So I just gave it 2 lines, make it fast. So after doing this part, we have to do the papers. So you need to be fast. So then only we can cover it within 9, or else I'll drag it to around 9:30. Make it fast. So if you have finished, I can go to the next part. So if you have finished writing down, you can raise your hands. So our class homeworks is to send the notes. So this is going to be the final workshop. So if you haven't joined the last 2 workshops, so watch the recordings. We have the videos in YouTube, or else you can contact that number and you can request for the recordings. And you can join our classes as well through that. Okay. So whatever you wish, make sure to send the notes. Okay. So it's for your betterment, not for me. Okay, so let's get into static websites. So what are static websites? If the content of the website is maintained without any change over a period of time, such a website is called static. What does that mean? So just I'll take an example. Okay. So now I'm going to the website. I'm going to take examples as so let's take a school website. So a website regarding school. Or we can take any other example as well. So just take a example related to schools. So I'll take Sussex College. So Sussex College website as an example. So that comes under static websites. Why? Because within a long period of time, there's no change in that website taken place. So all these days, there's no change taken place. So that is what we call a static website. I'll tell you how they are going to test in all levels as well. So website based on HTML languages are static websites. So most of the websites are based on HTML language. That means most of the websites are static websites. The structure and content are designed using HTML codes. The web content can be changed only by changing the code. That is an important point. So in a static website, if I need to make any change, so if you joined our last class, you will know last week we made a we in the last session we made a website our own. Was we made a website. So it was named ICT Made Easy. So that's our theme. So under that topic, under that title, we made a website. So in that website, if I needed to make a change, if I needed to make any change in that website, what should I have done? I need to directly change the code. Other than that, there will be no changes in that website. So that is simply a static website. Okay. So other thing is dynamic website. Okay. So one more thing I need to say to you guys is, so these are theory parts. Okay. So I'm going to open youtube.com. I'm going to ask you, is this a static website or dynamic website? So you can't find out it like that. So it depends. So it's not that important. So the user doesn't care whether it's a static website or dynamic website. It doesn't matter for the user at all. Okay. So it matters to you in your learning process. So next part we are going to learn is dynamic websites. So dynamic websites. So it's regarding the time, those things. So I'll teach you. So dynamic websites. If the web content is often changed, such a website is called dynamic website. So what I need you guys to write down is you write down this part. So I'll highlight the parts you need to write down. So write down this soon. So while writing down, I'll explain. So static website. You guys write down that fast. So until then, I'll open the last website we made. So last week, grade 11. So if you have finished writing down, you just need to raise your hand so I can go to the next part. Okay. So I am going to lively show you an example for a static website. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So this is a website made by us. So I can say that this is not that beautiful. Okay. So this is not that beautiful. So this is not the website I made last week. So this is the website I made last week, guys. So 2024 batch. This is the website I made last week. So this is the website we made last week. So in this website, I can go to its code by left clicking it and I'm going to inspect. So can you see? I got the code. So other than that, there are shortcuts for you to get the code. Okay. So if you need, you can open it through Sublime as well. Okay. So so what I'm going to tell you is that, so this is the website. So I'll open its code as well. Okay. I'll open its code as well. So if you have finished writing down, raise your hands. Don't forget that. So I'm going to open this through supply. So this is the code. So let it. So this is its code. Okay, so this is its code. So here we have a code. Okay. So if I need to make any change in this website, what I need to do is I need to fully change the code. So I'll take this as the example. So this website. So ICT made easy is the website. So this is the code for that website. Okay. So if I need to make any change to this appearance, or if I need to change the image, if I need to do anything, so and so. So if I need to change the color, what I need to do is, so I can't do it manually like this. I can't select it and I can't change the color. What I need to do is I need to directly change the code. So for example, I'll change a code. Okay, so let's take this one. So ICT made easy. Can you see this? So this is in sky blue. So I don't just guess I don't like that color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to gray. So I'm going to change that to gray. So I'm going to save that and I'm going to reload this set. So did you see that? It changed to gray. So other than that, can you guys give me any other method I can change that color to gray? No, right? There's no other method. So that's the method. So that's what we call a static website. Okay. So that's the maximum I can show you. Okay. So I guess uh, you can start writing. So if you have finished writing, you can raise your hands. Okay. If you finish writing, you can raise your hands. So write down it fast. So we'll go to dynamic website. So this is not tested. Even if it is tested, it's going to be a 1 mark question. It will be a very small question. So not 100% based on this, it will connect with the internet lesson. So that's how it's going to come. I'll talk about that. So we are not going to do papers regarding these things. This is only tested once or twice in the whole around within 10 to 11 years. This tested only 2 times. Okay. So I can't definitely say you that this not this going to come, and I can't say you that this is not going to come as well. So for you guys, we are doing this. However, we are going to so make it fast. So if you are finished writing down, raise your hands. So how fast you write, it's good for you guys. So then we can go to the next part. So while writing down, you need to say this. So while doing papers, I need every single one of you to help me with that. So if I ask any question regarding the paper, if I tell you to answer that paper, make sure to answer that, or else it will be in vain. This class is totally based on that paper part that we are going to do at the last. So make sure to send us the answers. So if you miss the notes, you can request it to the number as well. So or else you can watch the recording. We'll send you the recording and you can rewatch it and you can catch up with the notes. So I guess it's enough time. So I'm going to teach what dynamic websites are. So dynamic website. If the website's content is often changed, that's a dynamic website. So it's easy to understand, right? So static website means there's no change in its content for a long time. But in dynamic websites, every single time it's often changed. The content is often changed. That is what we call dynamic website. So these are not designed through HTML. So these are designed through softwares like PHP. So and JSP. JSP is one of the popular ones. So Java server page. So that's popular. So this is also popular hypertext preprocessor. This is also a popular one. So likewise, there are lot and lot. So you no need to memorize those. So don't write down these. So under dynamic website, just write down the description. If the website content is often change, such websites are called as dynamic websites. So write down that part. So I'm going down. So write it down. So write it down. If you finish writing down, raise your hand. So just cooperate with me, or else for you guys, this class will be boring. As well for me, it will be a bit lethargic for me to do the class. So I guess you guys are ready for your O levels by now. So you need to be a bit You need to start focusing now. You have missed all these days, so you need to work on all levels now. You need to start now. Then only you can go to that result your parents are expecting. So I'll explain regarding dynamic website. Until then, you can write down. So I'll tell you example for dynamic website. So just think of a website. Okay, that website's work is to display time. Display time. That's its work. So just think every single second, every single millisecond, the time changes. That means, so are they going to change that time using the code? Are they using the code to change? So every single second they are saving the code. Every second they are reloading the page. Again they are saving the code. They are reloading the page. No, that's not how it works, right? So there are many websites to show the time. So there are websites which converts the time between countries, between time zones. So those websites are dynamic websites. So their content are often changed. So just guess. So this is also a dynamic website. What? So doc.net. So that's where you get a result, O-level result. Okay, that's where you see a O-level result. So that is the website which shows you the O-level result. So just see the last year's result is not going to be shown this year as well. So this year they are going to change the content. So are they changing with the code? No, they are not going to touch the code anymore. So those websites, so the government websites are not going to touch the code anymore. So if they need to include students' information, how are they going to include? So they are going to use softwares like this, PHP, ASP, JSP. So there are softwares. So what they will do is they are going to type. So they will have a format. So index number, name, result, island rank, district rank, so and so. So they will type the name, say they will type the result for each and every subject. They will give the result. So that's how it's going to work. Okay. So those are examples for dynamic websites. So I think enough time. So to write down that part, write down this part as well. So after this part, we can go to the main. We can go to our papers. We have a small part after this, very small part after this. So that's not that important. So we have the content management system and so and so. So those are not that important. So there are some important parts at the end, which are protocols. So if you didn't study it in the lesson, you will study with that internet lesson. We have a lesson called internet. So there also you study regarding protocols. So make it fast writing it down. And if you write down, just raise your hands. If you are finished writing down, raise your hand. So we'll do the classwork. We'll get into the next part. So make it fast. Okay. So raise your hands. Soon. That's what I wish. So if three of you guys raise your hand, I will go to the next part. Okay. So make it fast. So I guess one student has finished writing down. So if you have any doubts regarding this part, you can drop me a message. So this is a not that important part. Don't take this into your head that much. So you don't need to know regarding static websites and dynamic websites. So you don't need to memorize these parts. Even the notes are just for your reference. Okay. So don't memorize a single detail regarding this lesson. HTML lesson, nothing to memorize. Okay. Nothing to memorize in this lesson. Everything should be in your head. Okay. Everything should be in your head. HTML lesson, the important part we did it in the last class. That's why I'm repeating many times. So every single student, even if you watch that live, I recommend you guys to watch that again because that is fully 10 marks on your paper. That's just literally 10 marks on your paper. If you waste 2 hours of your time, you can, if I say you waste just 2 hours of your time to get 10 marks in your levels. So how important it is, you can realize it, right? So you can realize how important that lesson is, how important that would be. So I'm going to the next part. So if you miss the notes, just drop me a message. I'll show it to you again. Okay. So moreover, make sure to watch that. So it's in our YouTube channel as well. So make sure to subscribe that channel also. Okay. So the channel name is ICT Made Easy. So that's all. We are going to content management. So you can raise down your hands. So content management. This is also one of that important part. CMS can be defined as a software used for dynamic websites, website designing, content management, and publishing. It is possible for website designers to republish his websites, often changing its content. So content management system. So I'll tell you one thing. So our class does not have a website. So our class is fully working on WhatsApp groups for now. So if we are developing, we'll make sure we'll have a website as well. The aim of ICD made easy or whatever I wish. So at that time. So just guess there are, you might have joined for classes. So when I was doing the O levels, I went to a science class. That science class was fully working on a website. So that class was working on a website. Okay, so I can show you. Even now I know. So here they are. I'm from Colombo. So we have a. So, so he's one of the maths. So this is his website. So in the name of Master Maths, he's doing the classes. So this is his website. Okay, this is his website under the motto "Live, Love, Learn Maths." So this is he's teaching maths. So he's from the Hill. So this is his class. So this is his website. So if I need to join this class, what I need to do is I need to click on this. I need to have paid. Can you see here? So here I need here I have house mastermind. So here they are having a huge bill. First of all, I need to log in, or else if I haven't registered, I need to register. So after logging in, I can watch. I need to go to this. So under inside these boxes only under these hyperlinks, they will redirect to a new page. So there is where they have the class details, class link. So that is also done through Zoom. So they have made it more complicated for you guys to join. So that's what they have done. Okay. So just take this website as an example. So every single day, so not every single day, every single week, they are not going to have the class with the same link. They are going to have new classes. So they need to schedule new classes. So or else a student who have paid for a class last year can join to the class now as well, right? So he need to make sure that the class link is new. So if the link is new, he need to update it in his website. What does that mean? He updates it. That's why he is having the class through this website. So for him to update, for him to update these class details or the class links, what he need to do is he need to have a content management system. He need to have a content management system. I guess you got a complete idea. To do this, he doesn't need any skill regarding ICT. He don't need anything to do with ICT. What he need to do is just to type something. So that they need to know only the basics, not the basics of HTML or not the basics of content management, nothing. Just to know how to type something or how to input some data to some charts or how to edit something, edit. So how content management system work is they give you the whole thing. You just need to put, they'll give you like blanks. So every day he is going to fill the same blank to update the website. So it's easy. To do that, there are content management websites, web addresses. I have given some examples. So that doesn't matter. So don't write down this part as a note. So they are not going to test that part. So if they ask you something related to CMS, that's for dynamic websites. Okay. So make sure to you remember that. So for static websites, they don't need content management systems. Okay. That's all. So that's it. So don't take these things as a big thing to your head. So these are basics. Huh? These are basics. They are not going to test that in your O levels. So just for extra knowledge. So to you to get this class, we are ahead. So to get this lesson properly, you need to know this. So roles related to web designing. That's the next topic we are going to talk. So don't write anything regarding these things. So they are not going to test that for definitely. Okay, they are not going to test. So even though they test, that's going to be a general knowledge one. So you don't need to waste time writing this. So roles related to websites, web design. So there's an author. That means who designs the interface of the web page. That is the author. The editor is the one who writes codes, checks errors, and do those stuff. So he makes the website. He makes the codes. So publisher is the one who publishes the website. So administrator is the one who maintains, and the users are the ones who use. So these are terms you need to know regarding English, not ICT. Yeah. So even a grade 6 student can understand these kind of things. Okay. So next is publication of a website. To publish a website, you need these things. So write down this part and write down whole of this. I'll tell you what this is. Okay. So write it down soon and raise your hand. So while writing down, can you please say me that is there any problem listening to? So can you guys hear me? That's what I need to know. So if you can hear me, just raise your hands. So there's a student who says that she can't hear me. So just raise your hands so if you can't hear. If you can't hear me, raise your hands. I guess no, right? You can hear me. So if you can just drop me even one student is enough. Just drop me a message again. So why voice is not loud? Okay, so give me a second. Loud enough now. Can you guys hear me loud? Louder now. Me a message, please. Just drop me a message, or else I'll be helpless. I can't know what's happening with you guys. So can you hear me loud? Ah, yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I guess while writing, I'll explain a small part. Okay. So web designing software. So we learned about them above. Okay, we learned regarding web designing software. So to publish a website, you need a web designing software. Without web designing software, you can't publish a software, because first of all, for you guys to publish a software, you need to have a web designed. You need to have a design software. That's what you need first. Okay, next thing is a web host. Who's a web host? So in order to make sure that your website can be accessed by everyone. Okay, so for your website to be accessed by everyone, what you need to have is you need to host the website. That means you need to publish that. So then only everyone can see. To publish it, it should be hosted in a place where any person can access at any time. So for our ultimate goal by publishing a website is that anyone can see that. So if anyone needs to see that, the website should be stored somewhere that everyone can access that, right? So for that, we need a web host. Okay. So those such services providing computers are called web host. Okay. So this is a place in the internet. Okay. So we need to host the website. Okay. So next is domain name. So first we have web designing software. We learned talked about that web host. So they are not going to test these in all levels to give an idea. Okay. Small idea. So domain name. This is one of the important things. So there's a chance to test this in the O level. So you learn about domain names in grade 10 as well. Okay. So in the internet lesson also you learn that in grade 11, I guess. So however, you know, at least you know a small idea regarding domain names. So I'll tell you clearly what a domain name is. So now I open, when I searched master maths here. So I just searched master maths. So this is what I searched. So I got the website master maths. Okay. So this is what I got, master maths. So this is a website. So is there any other website in the same name? if there's any other website with the same name, that's not going to happen. There's no website with the same names. So there's no two websites called masterminds. So is there two websites called YouTube? When you search YouTube, you just get the same website you are expecting, which is the YouTube. That's YouTube. So there's no two YouTubes. So that's what we call domain names. What domain names helps us with is, it is the name we use to access the website. Domain name is the name we use to access the website. That is like unique. So national ID number is given to each and every person in the world to identify a person uniquely. In the same way, there's a system to find websites in the World Wide Web. It is known as ICANN. So what is ICANN? Internet Corporation for Assign Names and Numbers. So that's not that important. So this is not in your syllabus, I guess. So I have included that extra. So you no need to have idea about that in total. Okay, you no need to consider about that. So they to have a domain name. Okay, domain names are not free. Those are expensive. So you need to pay a fee for a domain name. So I'll teach you. So this is not in your syllabus. So I'll tell you something, okay, regarding that. So there are people does this as a full-time job. What they do is they purchase many names. So they just purchase domain names. So they don't publish websites using those domain names. They purchase those domain names for fun, just for fun, not for fun. So they purchase it with a reason. So what's the reason? So if I need to publish a website called, so in future, if I need to publish a website called ICT Made Easy, I need the domain name ICT Made Easy. If anyone has used that already, can I use that again? No, no one can use a domain name that is already used. So I need to make even a small character change. So what some people do is they just buy names. So like ICT Made Easy, I don't know whether that is bought or not. So they buy names just for uh, so there are names like commonly used. For example, I can tell you. So with maths, master rhymes. Likewise, there may be master maths purchase. So ICT Made Easy, that may be bought. So likewise, some people so purchase domain names for a low price. So this is not that expensive. So it is a bit expensive, not a huge amount. So they buy them. So if any other people needs to use that domain name, what they need to do is they need to purchase it from him. So they can't purchase it from the internet provider. They need to purchase the domain name from that specific person who had already purchased that. So will he sell it for the same price or a very low price than he purchased? No, he's going to demand. So almost nowadays I can make sure that millions of domain names are just purchased and unused. So what if I need to use that? I need to pay someone else. So someone's doing that as a business. Huh? So that's like a scam. So that's a scam. We can't stop that also because they purchase that telling that they are going to use that for a website, but ultimately they are not going to do that. Okay. So under domain name, that's so it's most appropriate to get registered paying a basic fee. We need to pay a basic fee to get a domain name. So one more thing I need to say regarding the domain names. So who gives us domain names? So in different countries there are different institutes. So Moratuwa campus, do you know that Moratuwa there's a campus, right? So Moratuwa University of Moratuwa. So it's in Colombo, Moratuwa. So there it is a university. If you are willing to continue a field in the field of ICT, if you are willing to do your studies in the field of ICT, so that's the best university you can go to. So there, I guess, artificial intelligence is only taught on that university. So that's made just for IT guys. So there are other streams as well. So they say, right, for accounting, the best university is University of Jayawardena. For science, the best university is Peradeniya. Likewise, for ICT, the best university is Moratuwa. Okay.
So Moratuva is the best university for ICT. So there are in Jayawardhanapur also you have IT facility. So but the most important facility there is the management facility, which comes under accounting. So if you are willing to do accounting, so you if you are having a good result, so not just three A's are enough, I guess. You need island rank to go to Jayawardhanapur University, which is the best number one university in Sri Lanka for accounting. So for ICT, Moratuva University is the number one university. So they are only in Moratuva University. They they are the ones who provide the domain names. Okay, in Sri Lanka, Moratuva University has that domain name server. They have a domain name system. They call that DNS. You learn that in internet. Domain name system. So they only provide those domain names. Okay. So we'll go to the next topic. File transfer protocol. File transfer protocol. What is this? There are softwares used to transfer the website you have designed to a selected web host. According to internet standards, most of the web designing tools include file transfer facility as well. So you learn this is in internet. So to web in every single website comes under the protocol HTTP, which is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Likewise, there's a protocol called File Transfer Protocol. So I'm not going to explain that in this lesson. So it comes under internet. There we have a small introduction about that in this lesson. So in the internet lesson, you will have learned that. Okay. So next is internet connection. So you need internet connection. Okay. So you can get that through internet service provider. In Sri Lanka, we have Sri Lanka Telecom, Lanka Bell. Lanka Bell is not it's not there now. So when I was small, so I guess when I was smaller than you guys, so in that case, so we had in our house we had a telephone which was Lanka Bell. So now they have a completely closed company. So Lanka Bell is not now available. So I guess telecom is also closed. So telecom is there. Yeah, SLD not there. SLD telecom is there now. So that's going bankrupt these days. So they will close soon, I guess. So it is established dialogue is very famous, right? So those are the internet service providers. So next is maintenance of a website. So for a successful website, so I can take example. So this master I showed you already. So that website is one of the successful websites I have seen. So I have some. You say that you can't hear me clearly. So can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No. This is no. So give me a second.
So can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Can, right? Okay, so I guess there's a problem with the microphone. I guess you can hear me now. You can hear me now, I guess. So yeah, okay, thank you. So tell me if there's any problem. So where did you stop hearing me? So can I start from the maintenance of website, or I need to explain something from the above part? So I'll start it from maintenance of website, right? So I'll start it from here. So I guess yes. Okay. Yeah. So maintenance of website. So for a successful website, that website need to be maintained. So other than that, that website is not that successful. Why? Why is it not successful? If a website is not properly maintained, if just think of a website. So YouTube is a website as well. So you use the YouTube application. That's the app, YouTube app. So YouTube has a website. YouTube, www.youtube.com. So that's the website. Okay. So in that website is the videos that even if when I upload some videos, so that gets uploaded to YouTube. So before uploading, they check whether is there any copyright, or they check whether I have copied it from some others and used that. So they check those kind of things. So even now you know that Cristiano Ronaldo has started a YouTube channel. So I can fake his name, Joe Cristiano, and I can start a channel as well. So will it work? No, it won't work. Why don't it work? Because that is properly maintained. That's how it should be. So if a website is maintained daily, if its content is updated daily, so uh, even websites have viruses. Okay, so there can be unauthorized access. So I don't know whether you guys knew this. So recently, I guess the last month, okay, a government website of Sri Lanka was hacked by an advanced level student. Can you guys believe that? A government website of Sri Lanka was hacked by A level student. Okay, so that is where the government published their results. So that's where you get the results. So that was hacked by a student. So what did he do after hacking that? What did he do? He, I can't remember properly. He just typed that this website is hacked. It was hacked by an A-level student. He didn't mention any name. He mentioned himself as anonymous. I can, as per my, I can remember. I remember that he mentioned himself as anonymous. So I can search that in your Google and show you. So Sri Lanka. So this was a reason. The Ministry of Education has fallen to victim of cyber. So anonymous EEE. This is how he called himself. The hacker proudly identifies himself as anonymous EEE. So he himself mentioned that he was an advanced level student. So I can show you the images, I guess. So so this is so I can't. They have deleted. I guess the government can delete these kind of unnecessary things. So I guess they have deleted this image. Okay. So this is not there. So what he did was he mentioned himself as anonymous EEE. And what he did was he said that this website is hacked by an A-level student. He mentioned himself as anonymous EEE. So he said there's a bug in this website. Why is that? Because this maintenance was very weak. So that is what he tried to prove. He tried to prove that our government website was maintained in a very low quality. It was not maintained at all. That's what he tried to explain. So he, uh, at last, what he said was, try to correct your mistakes here. So he said to correct that mistake. So after 2 days or something, the website was closed for some time. So the government said that it was under update for some time, and after that it worked. So it works now. It works properly. He hacked the educational ministry website. Okay, educational ministry's website. That was a A-level student. Okay, so you can understand how A-level ICT is. So A-level ICT is not like ordinary level. Okay, so A-level ICT is different. It's harder than you think. Okay, so it's deeper. Then these are basics. You learn only the basics. Okay, so a website needs to be maintained properly. So that's what we are trying to tell at the last. Okay, at last, that's what we are going to come up. So the website need to be maintained properly. So give me a second. Okay. So until now, if you have a doubt, you can unmute your mics or drop me a message. Until now, if you had any doubt, so don't get that deeply into your head. This is just the basic. So they are not going to test these parts in your hours. So if you have a doubt, just drop me a message. Now we are going to do a small part and we are going to the papers. So if you have a doubt, drop me a message now soon. So I guess no questions. So if you have no questions, just drop me a message. No. So soon, make it faster. So if you have no questions, just message me no. So I can go to the next part. So make it fast. So, all right, no, no, no. Yeah, okay. Thank you. So let's get into the lesson. So this is the last thing we are going to learn. Concept of web designing and web development process. So I have taken nothing other than this image. So this is more than enough. Okay. So stages in web designing and development. So first, what they have is they have a concept. So for every single web design. So even think of YouTube. So what will they have first? They had a concept. So we are going to build a website. In that website, what are we going to do? We are going to let others upload videos. So what are we going to do? If they upload videos, if they gain subscribers, and if they gain a lot of watch time, if they gain likes, we are going to pay them for their videos. We are going to pay them for their content. And we are going to publish ads within the videos from big institutes like Amazon, AliExpress, Daras, so and so. We are going to put ads. So by that, we are going to generate some income. Likewise, first of all, they had a concept, right? After that concept was designed into a website. So they designed that. Next, what did they do? They needed a domain name. So they selected a domain name as YouTube. Okay. So so a student has asked, sir, for the ads only they pay. No, that's not the only way YouTube earns. So there are many things. Okay. Just think. So that is the mostly earned thing in YouTube. So for ads only they are going to pay. So you will say that I rarely see ads. I know don't see ads. So now we are 2K kids, right? So these days, uh, the ads have increased in a huge rate. So when I was in your age, so when I was 13, 14, so not you are not 13, 14. So when I was in that age, I almost never seen ad in YouTube. Those days there was no ad in YouTube. So the YouTubers didn't get pay for ad revenue. So nowadays they pay for ad revenue. Okay. So in the past, that is not how they were paid. Okay. So now YouTube has a premium version also. So that is also how they get how YouTubers. Okay, say they earn mainly from ads. Other than that, they earn from a YouTube premium. You could have seen them. You get ads regarding YouTube premium as well, right? Okay, right? I get you got that idea. So other thing is hosting. So we need to host that website, or else you have nothing to see. Then we need to upload that website. Why after hosting that? That hosting means we need to have servers to store the video. That even if I upload the video, after I upload a recording to YouTube, if I delete the YouTube, so I am not deleting it. So if I delete it, just assume that I deleted the YouTube video. If there's no any damage to my YouTube channel, so if anyone didn't report my YouTube channel, so only one report doesn't matter. So if thousands of people reports, my YouTube channel gets blocked. Or else, if there was copyright, if I copied something from another YouTuber or another YouTube channel, or I copyrighted from something from Google, so then also I can get that my account will be in trouble. My YouTube account will be in trouble. So other than that, if I delete something, there's no problem. If I delete my video, so some student has message strike. What does that mean? I didn't get that, bro. Strike. I didn't get that. So I didn't get that. Just explain. I can explain to you. So YouTube strike. What is that? I have no idea. What is YouTube strike? I don't know. I don't know whether you know something regarding that. I don't have idea regarding that term. YouTube strike. So that's a kind of report. Okay, okay. So that is also a kind of report he says. So whatever it is. So that's not that related to the lesson. So we'll stick with the lesson. Okay. So that's good. You have idea regarding those kind of things. If you are connected with ICT, that's great. So because the future is going to be with ICT. So in the past, there was nothing like AI, right? There was nothing called AI, artificial intelligence. There was nothing. So when I was in your age, I didn't know a single thing. I guess last year, ChatGPT got into everyone's mobile like wildfire. So it spread sooner. So everyone starting using AI tools from afterwards. So I can consider ChatGPT as father of AI. So that is what introduced AI to every single one of us. So I was aware from my small ages. So I was very interested with computing. So I had a passion with computers. So that's why I'm doing ICT classes as well. So I like ICT. So that's basically me. Okay. So even in school, I was in a good place regarding media, those side. I was in a leading position. So so I had a connection with ICT. Even then, I didn't know regarding AI that much, that age. So nowadays, it's easy for you guys to do homeworks also. So in universities, they give assignments, right? So they give assignments. So you can nowadays they use AI detectors. So if they didn't use AI detectors, so it will be 100% plagiarism. You'll learn plagiarism in the last lesson in grade level. Okay. So nowadays AI is like a wildfire. It spread so much that everyone use AI tools. Okay. So this is the simple thing. So uploading, next we need to test. So we learned that in system development life cycle. So if you need have a website, you need to test that website. Next is update and manage. Okay. So you learn them in system development life cycle. So that's all. Now we are going to have a 3 minute break, or we'll have a 4 minute break. So sharp 8:15, I'm going to start the class. So after 4 minute break, I'm going to start the class. We are going to get into papers. Okay. So refer the notes. Refer the notes mean what notes? So last class, if you have joined, you will know the notes. If you haven't joined the last class, I'm going to need to. I just need to say you to watch the recording and do the papers again. Now you are grade level students. Okay, so you do papers these days, right? So whether you are joining to our classes or not, whether you are joining our revision classes or not. So if you have papers, if you do papers, you can send it to me. I'll help you with correction. I'll help you with correcting papers regarding this lesson. Okay. So I'll turn off my video and audio for a while. So after the time ends, we'll start. Okay. Have a small break and come back soon. Okay, guys, let's get back to it. So, before starting, just raise your hands if you can see me and hear me clearly. Raise your hands if you can see me and hear me clearly. So then I can start the class. So, can you see me and hear me? So, I have no idea. So, raise your hands if you can see me and hear me clearly. Okay, right? Yes. So, I guess there was a connection issue. So, if you can see me and hear me clearly, uh, can you raise your hands if you can see me and hear me clearly? So then I can, yeah, right? Yeah, thank you. So I can share the screen. So now we are going to get into papers. That is real all level papers from 2013 to 2016. We are not going to do all or every single paper. We are going to do the important papers from 2016 to 2023. Okay, we are going to do the latest papers. So that's better, right? The latest one. So one more thing I need to say to you guys is, so if you didn't watch these things, so if you haven't watched the recording of the last class, or if you don't know the things that we learned in the last class, the paper will be difficult. So there are students who joined the last class as well. So this is mainly focused for them. So if you haven't watched, so you also may have the knowledge to answer the questions because you are grade 11 students now. So I guess there are connection issues. Sorry for the inconvenience. Um, so I changed my network. I guess now you can see me and hear me clearly. So let's get into papers. Okay. So I'll have shared my screen. So we are going to papers. So we are starting with, so I can have unit based paper questions. So then the quality of the papers reduce. So I'll show you with this as well. So you can see the paper structure also here. So now I guess you can see me. So this is the paper. So this is 2022, 2023. That means the latest or last paper is what we are going to discuss now. So this is the 2022, 2023. That is the last before. That means the paper that was last before paper in all level. Okay. So we'll do that paper. So this is the question, HTML question. So most of the time they give the question in a whole one page. So this is how you get the paper. Okay. So what we have to do is fill in the blanks. So what I need your help in is I need you guys, every single one of you, to answer the questions. Okay, that's what I need. You need to send me the answers. So I'll tell you one by one what the question is, and you need to send me the answer. So it will be mostly in a format like this. So every year the question is same. The HTML source of the web page shows in figure 1 is given in figure 2, which certain missing tags label 1 to 12. So here they have given 1 to 12. Mostly it will be 1 to 10. So it differs. Okay. It will be 12 or 12, 10. Okay. So they have given a list also. What are the 12 going to be? So what you need to do is you need to answer this question. So your grade 11 students, mostly you will have your past papers. So this is the latest paper. So this is the last before paper. So you will not have it at time. So I'll show you the answers. So I'll show you the paper. So first I'll do this paper. After that, next paper you will do with me. So this I'm not going to ask answers from you. So I'm going to answer this. Next paper I'm going to give you, let you the chance. I'm going to give you the chance to answer. So to increase the so next in our revision class, what we are going to do is full and full. We are going to focus on papers, right? So today it will be a bit hard for me to write the answers on the paper. So for that, we have purchased the touchpad. So in our revision class, we will not have troubles like that. Okay. So without further more delay, I'll go with the answer. So while I answer, you need to look. So this is the website they have built. So the website is related to water. So I need to. So the below is the code. Okay, every single year you get it like this. Okay, so I need to fill the code. So one is going to be. So they start with HTML. They have ended with HTML. The every single thing here is body. Then one must be head, because can you see here? So one must be head. So that is the structure, right? One must be head. Can you see head here? Yeah, head is also there. So if head is there, what you need to do is you need to cut head like this. You need to cut this and you need to type that thing. You need to write that thing. That's going how you are going to answer your paper. So one is going to be head. So I'm going to type head. So I'm going to type every single thing in simple. So HTML is not case sensitive. So you can type it either in capital or simple. It doesn't matter. Okay. So they have given one twice because head is open and head is closed as well. So next is center. Body. They have started body and center. So what is in center? So water is in center. Can you see here? Water is in center. Water is the one in center. Okay. So what does that mean? So it should be a title, right? It's a title, right? It's a heading. So it should be heading one, two, or something. So can you see headings? Say we have heading one and heading two. Can you see here? We have heading one and heading two. That means we have another heading. How to find whether it's one or two? So one is going to be the largest heading. So what is the largest heading in this page? Water. So it is going to be, second one is going to be heading one. So there's a connection issue, right? So did you guys see me doing the paper all this time? So if you saw me doing the paper, just raise your hands, or else I'll do the paper from the beginning. Did you see me do the paper? Raise your hands if you did. Or not, just message you saw, right? Okay. So I'll share the screen. So okay. So this is what we are doing. So so I don't know what happened with the network today. So all these days it was good. So today we have some issues. So I'll try to correct it. Okay. So first thing we mentioned that it's head. So second thing is going to be H1. Why is it H1? Because this is the largest title here. So they have given H1 and H2. So not every single thing is used here. I guess there are more than 12. So we'll see what is used. So I'm going to cut H1 as well. So next. So all what you need is to know the text. Third one. So what is third one? Third one is a paragraph, I guess. So maybe I am also mistaking in some point. So if I made mistakes, I can correct in the future. So it is fill in the blanks, right? If I made mistakes, I can correct because there can be two or three answers for one question. So we need to select the most suitable one. Okay. So let's see whether paragraph is there. So P is there. Can you see here? P. P tag is paragraph tag. I'm going to cut that as well. So I'm going to type P here. So third one is going to be paragraph. So that's going to be P. So opening P and closing P. Okay. That's going to be paragraphs. Next one is 4. Uses of water. So that is also heading. So that is going to be H2. Fourth is going to be H2. So how can I confirm that it is H2? So can you see here? The fourth one is here. Can you see? Uses of water is H2, right? I said that uses of water is H2. So uses of water, this one and this topic, both of them are in same size. The water is H1. The water is H1. That is a bit larger. You can see that, right? You need to have a observe. You need to observe properly. Then only you can understand. So this and this must be H2. So I need to see whether here you have 4. Wait, H2. Uses of water. Likewise, here also can you see problems in water utilization and solution methods. Here also you have 4. What does that mean? That is H2 for sure. Okay, that's H2 for sure. You understood, right? I guess you understood. So that is how you need to analyze. You need to practically think. ICT is very practical. Okay. Only memorizing you can't score good marks. Okay. So next is sixth one. So this is a unordered list. Under users of water, they have unordered list. So sixth one is fifth one. So we need to answer the fifth one first, right? So fifth one is going to be UL, I guess. Let's see whether UL is there. UL is there. So if UL is there, Li also should be there. Li. Let's see Li. Yeah, Li is also there. So I need to cut both of them. So I'm going to type UL and Li. So fifth one is going to be what? UL. That is unordered list. So how to find whether it's unordered list or ordered list? So sixth one is Li. So how to find whether it's unordered list, ordered list, or a description list? I have told you in the last class. If it's an unordered list, you get bullets or squares or some arrows like symbol. If it's ordered list, you get 1, 2, 3 or A, B, C, or in Roman numbers, you get 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if it is a description list, you get nothing. There's no bullets and there's no what? There's no bullets, so there's no number. That is a description list. Okay. So easy, right? So who felt this difficult? So if anyone is feeling difficult, so if it is easy or difficult, everyone needs to message me. Everyone needs, I need everyone's response. Is it easy or difficult? Is it easy to score that 10 marks or is it difficult? So especially I need it from the students who are in our class. So the students who have said that they are going to join the revision classes, I need their response as well. So make sure to send it first. Yeah, I got response. Easy, right? So everyone make sure response. So I got 2 responses. So I need more response. Yeah, easy, right? Yeah, easy. Yeah, everyone says that it's easy. So if you have any doubts, make sure to drop me a message. So in the fifth one here, UL is open. Here, fifth one, UL is closed. So every sixth one is going to be LI. So we are going to 7. 7 is something, border equal 4, align equal center. That means what? What is that? Border equal 4, align equal center. What is that? So it's after problems in water. Then that is this table, right? I guess this table. So is it a table? See, is it a whole table? So I guess it's a whole table. So 8, everything is with table, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, everything is with tables. So fourth one, seventh one, what is it? Seventh one. That's going to be table tag, I guess. We have a table tag also. Yeah, I'm correct. So it's table. I'm going to close that. Okay. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to put 7 is equal to table. So it's table. That's table tag. So at the end of everything, they should have closed the table tag. Can you see here? They have opened the table tag here. Can you see here? They have opened it here. And at the end, they have closed it. Okay. So what is the eighth one? Eighth one, I guess it's the, uh, let's see what matches with eighth. So we have eighth one is problems and solutions. So that is what is that? So 9 is going to be absolutely, I guess, EH. That means table heading. So eighth one is going to be table data. Here we have table heading and table data. Table heading, table data, table row. We have 3 regarding tables. Okay. So any 3 of them should go there. So we'll see. Slow, you need to analyze it slowly. Okay. So eighth one. So they have given it to every single thing. Eighth one is given into every single thing. What does that mean? That's going to be table data, right? Or table row. What is that? Guess what? They have given, that is the eighth one is going to be table row. Why is that? So every row has, they have, so how many eights are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see how many rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 rows. You can count in the solution side. So I am counting only the opening tags. So that eighth one should be table row. Then what is 9? 9 is table heading. Then 10 is going to be table data. Did you get that? So 11, 12, we'll see one by one. I guess you understood. So I'm going to cut all 3 of these and I'm going to put the answers. So I can't put it there. It's not neat. So 7 is going to be, 7 is going to be what? Table. So I gave 7, right? So we'll go with 8, 9, 10. So 8 is going to be what? 8 is going to be table row. That is TR. Okay. So 9 is going to be table heading. That is EH. So 10. What is 10 going to be? So 10 is going to be table data. That is T. So we learned something called table head and table body. Is it compulsory? I said you in that class itself. That's not compulsory. Yeah, table head and table body. That's for our ease. Okay. So easy, right? Yeah, easy. So I get easy messages. Easy. So next we have, can you see here? We have row spans here. Can you see here? So here, if you see, it is two rows. You see here, it's two rows, but both the rows are combined. That is a row span. Here also we see a row span. So can you see any column spans? No, you don't see column spans. What you see is row spans. So we need to include that row span tag also somewhere. So let's see what is row span tag. So row span is there. So I can cut the row span. Okay. So what is going to be row span? See what is row span? Pollution of water and distribution of water during droughts. So pollution of water. Then 11 is going to be row span. And distribution of water. That is also going to be row span. How can I say row span? They have given equal to how many rows are uh, uh, merged together? Two rows, right? So 11 is going to be row span. So I'll edit it with this. So I can edit this thing itself. So 11. 11 is going to be what? Row span. So ROWSPAN. I guess this is the span. Row span. Easy, right? So if anyone feels some point difficult, we'll explain you again. So 12th one. So I said you, if there's href here in your syllabus, you don't need to refer the image as well. So if there's href, whatever, everything is easy. If you have href here, only the word, you don't need anything else, okay? Only thing you need is the href word. Can you see href? If you see href, it's going to be A in front of it. It's going to be an A. What is that? What is that? It's a A. It's a letter A. So that's 12 is going to be A. 12 is going to be A tag. It's just A. After A, they are going to enter something. Okay, so I'm just closing A. So you can't close A like that. It will be A href equal. So there it will be a hyperlink. Can you see here? So hyperlink. So we have finished the question. I have finished the whole question. So I took some time to explain as well. If I didn't take any time to explain, it would have been a 5 minute task for me to finish this question. It will not even take 5 minutes to finish this question. So if anyone had a doubt related to this question, drop me a message soon. If anyone had a doubt related to this whole question, if you didn't understand any point of this, any single point, doesn't matter, just drop me a message. I'll explain you again. So if you didn't understand, so I'll zoom the code for you. So if you didn't understand anything, just drop me a message. So if you understood, say message me you, just capital U. Understood. So I need everyone's response. So if you didn't understood, just put me a capital N. So I need everyone's response. Especially I guess we have Maria. She's in our class. Everyone, I need your responses. Yeah, good. I got three responses. I need more responses. There are, I guess, around 4 to 5 students. So everyone needs, I need everyone's response. Yes, right? Yes. So it's easy. So this uh, in this class, it's not efficient for me to get answers from you to every single question. Okay. So in the next paper, I'm going to open. I'm going to ask only. I'm not going to ask you from every single oral paper. I'm going to ask from a specific paper. So this is the 2023. This is the last paper. I guess we are going to answer this one. Okay. Renewable energy for Sri Lanka. We are going to answer this one. This is the latest paper. Okay. This is the last paper you got. So can you see the paper structure is almost same? Can you see? Let me show this to you. Okay. Let me show this to you. So this is why I say ICT is easy. So give me a second. Now I'm going to put both of those diagrams together. Okay. So tell me what is the difference in those diagrams? What is the difference? What is the difference? What is the difference? The water was changed to renewable energy. Okay. Can you see that? So I'll show you here clearly. So I'll show you. Here there it was water. Give me a second. Sorry. So I have selected a few. So can you see here? Can you see how easy it is for analyzing everything? Can you see everything is just literally similar, just easy. Water has changed to renewable energy. There's a paragraph again. There's a heading again. So they have given an unordered list. So in behalf of a heading, they have given some text, again a table, again a hyperlink. So if you understood how easy your paper is, can you even you can have a proper assumption how your paper is going to be. These are the last 2 year papers. So the next year will be your one. Next paper will be yours. So can you assume? Can you have an assumption how your paper is going to be? Can you see similarities? If you can see similarities, just drop me a message S. So make it fast. If you can see a proper similarity in between both of these images or both of these websites, just drop me a message S. So on the difference, only the difference I see. What I see is here they have given you 12 blanks. Okay, you need to answer 12. But here they have given you only 10. They have made it more easy. Can you see? That's the only difference I see. Other than that, every single thing is easy. So this is why I call ICT easy. That's why I started with the name ICT made easy. So we'll make every single lesson in the same procedure. So if this part is easy for you, this is how your whole O level is going to be. We are going to, if it is easy, you literally score 10 marks. That's all. That's it. That's what you need. That's the final output that you are waiting for. The ultimate result, A. That's what you need. That's what you work for. So if you see, if you can assume what you are going to have in your paper, just guess. This is the term test. This is not the O level, it's the term test. So the day before yesterday, your teacher tells you, okay, so this is how I am going to give you the paper now. Okay, I'm going to give you the paper now. Okay, you can keep the paper, you can refer the paper, you can study for the paper, and come and write the exam tomorrow. So how many of you can score 100 out of 100? Almost everyone can score. Even a very weak student, I mean, not weak. So the student who didn't study for his entire life can answer that question. Okay, so I am not underestimating. So everyone is equal. Everyone has equal memory capacity. It is depending on how you take effort from that. So if you use that, it's better to you. If you use that, it's for your better. So even a one who has never knew what is ICT, we can learn everything if we had the paper in one night, right? So that's what you are also going to do. You have not just one paper, you have 13 papers, not 13, I guess 10 papers. You have 10 or 9 papers. So you can, if you do all those 9 papers within our revision class, ultimately you are going to get that A. No need to do the whole 9 papers. Doing 5 papers is more than enough. 5 papers is more than enough. So that's what I am trying to say. So I guess I'm going to snap this part and I'm going to have the diagram in one side. So no need to do those things. So you can see the diagram, right? So I'm going to ask you to fill some answers. The answers I need is for number 6, number 9. So 369. Give me the answers for 369. So looking at the image, give me the answers for 369. So I guess I need to, I'll open this duplicate. Wait, I'll duplicate this. So, wait, I'll open that again. So, so then it's easy for you guys to see them. Give me a second. So this is the code and this is the paper. So this is the diagram, okay? So looking at this, now you can see both of them clearly at a glance. I guess, sure. So what I need is the answers for 3, 6 and 9. I need every single one to answer the question, okay? I need every single one's response. So make it fast. I'm going to give you 3 minutes of time. How many minutes? 3. So it's 8:42. At 8:45, I'm going to collect the answers. Before 8:45, I need the answers. I'm just asking 3 questions. Not every single one. I need answers for just 3. Okay, I need for 3, 6 and 9. Answer soon. So I'm not going to talk and disturb you. 3, 6, and 9 is what. So send me in a easy format. Huh? So you no need to type the whole thing. You can, if you can make it shorter in a way I can understand, that's enough. So make it fast. So this is your last moment. So this is the last time you are going to do this lesson ultimately. So try, we'll do it in our papers in the future classes. If you are joining the revision class, we'll do it for sure. So that's confirmed. Other than that, maybe this is your last time you are connected with me. That maybe, that depends on each and everyone. So use the time as a most efficient one. So don't just waste your time staying 3 minutes, just I'm going to make some fun within the 3 minutes. So this is the most important period you are going to waste your time. So don't leave the classes, so stay connected, give me the answers. I just ask you 3 questions. So you have 2 more minutes, give me the answers for 3, 6, and 9. So you can't see the list, right? Sorry. So now I guess you can see. So, very sorry. Okay. Now you can see the list and everything. Right? You cannot see the image. Sorry, I have shared the wrong screen. Wait, very sorry. So you could have told me that. I guess now you can see both. I'll give you 3 more minutes. Sorry. So now you can see both the image and the answers. Give me the answers for 3, 6, and 9. Give me the answers soon for 3, 6, and 9. So I need at least 3 responses. That's all. So there are 3 students. I need 3 responses. I need everyone's response. So I get one response. I got one. So others also send me soon. So the response I got was correct. Yeah, I'll check that properly. So at a glance, I see them correct. So when I'm doing that, you can confirm that whether it's correct or not. So at a glance, it sounds correct. Yeah, they are correct. Yeah, correct. So it's the same like the paper we did 2 or 3 minutes ago. So make it fast. Give me an answer soon. Others also soon. So maybe this is the last paper we are going to do today. So make it fast. So I'll give you 2 more minutes. At 8:47, I'll start explaining the answers. So give me the answers. So I got only one response. There are 2 more students. Make it fast. Okay, I got another response. Their answers are also correct. So there's one more student. Send me the answers fast. So I'm waiting for that one student. So give your answers. So don't let any other one work out you, outwork you. So if 2 students can give the answer, the other one should have the capability. So if you don't know the answer, you just can message me, don't know. Then only to be shy. So you know, feel shy to say that you don't know something. So I'm waiting for that one response. So make it fast. So I'm waiting 1 more minute. So at 8:48, I'm going to start doing. So it's okay. If you have doubt for 6, So send me the other answers for other two. Okay. So make it faster. So okay, I'll start. So HTML. So this is what we did. So if you don't know answer, what that means is, so you need to do this. You need to watch only that second recording. We did every single thing regarding that in that lesson. If you need to know how to answer this question, all what you need to do is you need to watch that on task. That's what you need. All what you need is that. Okay. So I'm going to write the answers here in this side, and I'm going to explain you in the other side. Okay. So H1. So first HTML. That's where they start. Next is head. Within head, what is going to come? One is going to be what? Title, right? Title is going to be renewable energy for Sri Lanka. So what? Is it title? What is it going to be? Within head, what you get? Within head, the only thing that you get is title. Okay, so no doubt you are going to get title. It's only in your syllabus. Okay, so that's title. So next thing, two is, so one more thing I need to tell you. Okay, so this renewable energy source you see here is not what you see here. It's not this renewable energy source. Okay, this renewable energy source is what you see here in H1. So this first one we type will be on top like this. Can you see here? It shows 2023 all over. Likewise, there it will be renewable energy source. That one they have given to confuse you. So after head, what comes? It's the body, right? So second one is going to be what? It's going to be body. Second one is going to be body. Second one is going to be body. So third one, after body, they have renewable energy sources. So that is in center, right? So other than it's in a heading H1, it's going to be center. So I guess center is also there. So what I need you to do is you need to know how to answer the questions without looking at this. You need to know how to answer the questions without looking at the list below. That's what I want you guys to do. So I can answer it in a way like that. If I want, I can just, if you want, I can do it for you. Wait, I'll show you. So I can annotate for myself. So I can take a block. So I can remove the answers. So we no need this list part to answer. You no need this list. So I will just hide it. So even I can't see that. You also can't see. So if you hide it, it's better for you to understand. Okay, I just hide it there. So we'll do it for ourselves. Okay. So we no need assistance. We'll do it for ourselves. So next they have the paragraph within paragraph tag. Fourth one. What is it? It's lower than that size, H1. So we can give it H2. That's H2. So I guess in the list there's H2. So sixth one. So fifth one is going to be what? Unordered list, right? Is it ordered list or unordered list? Unordered. Unordered means UL. That is going to be UL, unordered list. So fifth one is unordered list. A student said they don't know sixth one. Sixth one is going to be LI. LI, list. Under unordered list, they are having a term LI. I showed it to you in the last example also. Within unordered list, to give one by one, you need to use the term LI. So if you watch the recording of the last class, you will learn that. Okay, under seventh one. Seventh one is going to be table. So table only they have aligned at center. That's table. Okay, that's going to be table. So I'm going a bit fast today because we have lost lack of time. So next class, in our recent class, we'll do it more slow. Okay. So seventh one is going to be table. So what is eighth one? So they have given row. Table row is given. So eighth one is going to be what? Eighth one is going to be table heading. TH. Eighth one is going to be TH. Why? Because challenge and solution. Only both of those are in center and both of those are only highlighted. Can you see? under every row, here how many rows are there? There are one, two, three, so and so. There are many rows, but only challenge and solution. Only both of them are highlighted. Then why aren't others highlighted? Because they are not the headings. They are not the headings. That's why they are not highlighted. Can you hear me now? Sorry. So I guess there's a connect. I had muted my mic. Sorry. So I was talking about stop with T at eighth one, right? So eighth one is TH. Why is that? Why is that? Because it's the table heading. Can you see in the table, challenge and solution is highlighted because they are the headings of the table. So that comes under TH tag. So I have explained this in detail in our last class. It's in our YouTube channel, ICT Made Easy. So under playlist, you have that, or else you can contact that number. So I'll give you the number as well. So this is the number. So you can request for the recording. So if you don't know this, so there was a student. You said you don't know this, okay? So if you don't know this, uh, uh, so you are in a critical situation now. Literally, that's the true point. So you, as a grade 11 student, you are having your O levels in 3 to 5 months now. You need to have an idea about this lesson. If you need to know how to answer this lesson. If you go to face your O levels, before facing your O levels, you need to know. So that means you need to revise everything. So maybe you have forgotten this or you haven't done this in school. No problem, you can watch that. So don't waste time. So you are already late, a bit late. So no problem, we can catch up. So what you need to do is watch that class in the YouTube channel. Okay, so you can get a clear understanding how to answer this. So you no need to watch the today's recording once again. To answer these questions, all what you need to do is the watch that recording that we did last week. Okay, so that's enough. So eighth one is clear. Eighth one is table heading. So ninth one is going to be table data. Every nine here is going to be table data. So they have given it to each row by row. You take a past paper. You will have past papers at home. So take a past paper and clearly analyze this slowly. I'm doing it a bit fast because we are lacking time. That's why I'm doing it a bit fast. So in our theory revision classes, I'll make it slower than this. So I need to finish it by 9 because I have some work. I need to travel at 9. That's the reason I'm doing it a bit fast. I'm going to end it at 9. So I guess you have understood to the until this part. Okay. So the 10th one is the easiest one. So every year HREF, after HREF you get that A. That's all. So if you understood, just drop me a U. You understood. So, however, we are going to have 3 more minutes. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now. So, three minutes it's open. If you have any doubt, so if you just drop me the number, I can tell you how you answer that question. So, if you don't know, you right? Yeah, you understood. So, if you don't know to answer any of the question, so what you need to do is you need to watch the recording. So that's the ultimate solution. So even if you understood or if you know if you are perfect with it, it's better to have a revision. So watch that recording. That's better for you. So I don't get anything. So if you watch that, so YouTube is not going to pay me. So there are some terms I haven't applied to them as well. So I need you to get benefit through that. So I'm not going to get anything if you watch that 2 hour class. Okay. So thank you for joining. Good night. So I'm going to end the meeting. So before ending, so I have 2 more minutes. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Unless that, you can leave the session. I can end the meeting. So at 9 o'clock sharp, I'll end the meeting. Other than that, if you have me a question, I can explain. So if not, I can leave. I'll end the meeting at 9 sharp.